TMZ Live, and there is a TV series that has undertaken something that would be impressive in any time, but the fact that we're in the middle of a pandemic and we know that productions have all kinds of restrictions in order to get back to work, but what they've done for the series The Chosen, I guess you could say this is remarkable. This is a remarkable, even divine undertaking. The Chosen is a series about the life of Jesus, and they have shot for the second season the Sermon on the Mount, and that involves 2,000 extras. How do you get 2,000 extras together in the middle of a pandemic and safely shoot this scene? Well, they did that in North Texas, and the man who pulled it off, the showrunner for The Chosen, the director and creator, is Dallas Jenkins, and he's joining us right now. Dallas, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hey, Dallas.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
So, are you going to go on one of these crazy shows where you do contests where you try to accomplish the impossible? Because that feels like this.
Well, this whole show has been impossible. You know, our first season was actually crowdfunded from over 19,000 people contributing over $10 million. So the whole thing has been crazy from the beginning. So we thought, why not keep going with the crazy?
How'd you do it? I mean, how on earth?
Yeah, I mean,
you think you could pull off 2,000 people in the middle of a pandemic?
Before you ever say roll, before you ever say action, what you had to go through is really impressive.
Yeah, well, we've been filming season 2 for about 4 months within the pandemic and following all the COVID protocols. We've had hundreds of people on our set between cast, crew, and extras, and we have had fewer than 10 positive cases, all of them isolated. And so we've done so much research on it, and we felt like this scene that we had planned on doing before the pandemic started anyway, that was our plan to do it around this time. We thought, well, let's try to do it. I think the testing was the key. So every single person, all 2,000 people, were not only PCR tested, which is the big test, before they came, they were also tested the morning of. So we had lines of cars, we had cops, we had, testing professionals who rapid tested with one of the best tests you can possibly get every single person. We unfortunately had to turn away a handful of cars because we said that if anyone in your car tests positive, the whole car can't come on. There was even a cop who was there to help us who tested positive, so we had to send him home. So we felt like, look, if everyone is tested and everyone is wearing masks, and we're outdoors anyway in the frigid cold, by the way, so I think actually hypothermia was a bigger threat than the COVID test, or than COVID. I think we thought we can really pull this off, and we did.
To say, Dallas, that what you pulled off is almost like a military operation, I think is an understatement.
Oh, yeah.
It is really impressive.
Yeah, we had a whole team. Our team was incredible, and so we just thought we took a full couple months to really go through how will this work, and we only wanted to do it if we knew it could work, of course. And so our fans, I mean, these are 2,000 people who've all been really involved in the project. They've paid it forward because the show is free, and so people, the only way we're able to do future episodes and seasons is people paying it forward so that others can watch for free. And so these are all people who are really involved. We wanted to reward them and the show, so they were excited and thrilled to make it happen.
I was wondering that, Dallas, if you guys looked at when you were budgeting all this, was this cheaper than, say, using CGI and having a quarter of the number of people out there and then just replicating it CGI, which is also expensive? I don't know if you looked at weighing, those options.
Yeah, no, CGI actually would have been far less expensive than this. This ultimately cost us several hundred. Yeah, this cost us several $100,000 between testing and all the protocols we put into place. And when we went into season 2, we had a budget that we were telling our fans we had to hit. Well, that budget went up once COVID hit, of course. We had to raise another $750,000, which came in about a week from our really passionate fans. And then this thing happened. So we tried to offset the cost a little bit. We were offering them merchandise while they were here, but for the most part, this was just something that I think the benefit of this and the benefit of the story and the benefit to our fans, and I think you can't replicate the passion that we captured. I mean, this is a story about Jesus preaching the Sermon on the Mount. It's the most famous sermon in the history of the world, and the impact that it had on the people who were there lasted for over 2,000 years. So we figured we can't replicate that with CGI. Let's get the people out here and let's get the vibe going in the scene, and the actors appreciated it, and the fans did. So I think it was for sure worth it.
Yeah, we're out of time. Congratulations. I mean, I think it's just incredible. I want to ask you something. Charles is going to groan, and I'll just accept it. but I love design, and I'm looking at your background. It's so beautiful. Where are you?
Okay, well, I'm actually on the Salvation Army's camp. We have 1,000 acres here that we are using for filming of this and future seasons of The Chosen. I happen to be just in a really nice, conference center right now, so I'm about 100 yards from our actual set. But yeah, it's they do it right here. It looks nice.
See, I didn't even groan, Harvey. Didn't even groan. Because I agree with you. It's a beautiful background.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
It's amazing.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know that their fans will appreciate the hard work that went into it, and doing it real as opposed to CGI. So.
Yep. It's like having a real orchestra, Charles.
Yeah, they don't do that enough anymore.
All right. Okay, we're taking a break.
All right. When we come back, Bam Margera